The African sun does not forgive. It bakes the earth, scorches the sparse thorn bushes, and dictates a single, brutal law: eat or be eaten. In this relentless heat, survival is rarely about sheer size. It is about audacity. It is about an unbreakable, almost psychotic will to live. This is the domain of the honey badger. Meet Bkon. She is a mother, and in the wild, a hungry mother is the most dangerous force of nature. Beneath her coarse, black and silver coat lies a compact frame of pure muscle, armed with razor-sharp claws and a bite force that can shatter bone. But today, brute force alone will not feed the two tiny cubs waiting in the darkness of her underground den. The dry season has wiped out the easy prey. She needs a high-value meal, and she needs it fast. The wind carries the metallic scent of death. A fallen antelope lies in the dust, but the scavengers have already arrived. A cackle of vultures, massive birds with wingspans that can cast shadows over a grown man, dominate the carcass. Bkon does not hesitate. She charges the flock. It is a bluff, a momentary burst of pure aggression that startles the giant birds just long enough for her to rip away a meager scrap of meat. It is a victory, but a hollow one. A few ounces of flesh will not sustain her family. As the angry hisses of the vultures echo behind her, Bkon's attention shifts. High above the rocky plains, a sheer cliff face cuts into the sky. Bkon watches. She is not just a brawler, she is a tactician. For days, she stalks the base of the cliff, her small, dark eyes fixed on a specific ledge. She notices a pattern. A pair of dominant vultures repeatedly takes flight from the exact same crevice and returns with clockwork precision. It is not just a perch. It is a fortress, a nest. Patience is a predator's greatest weapon. Bkon waits until the midday heat reaches its lethal peak. The thermal currents rise, and the parent vultures take to the sky, riding the updrafts to scout for carrion. The nest is unguarded. This is her window. Bkon begins the ascent. Her powerful front claws, designed for excavating hard earth, now find purchase in the microscopic fissures of the sun-baked rock. One slip means a deadly fall. Inch by inch, driven by the biological imperative to provide, she scales the vertical wall. She breaches the nest. Inside, resting on a bed of dry twigs, are two massive eggs. They are capsules of pure, condensed energy. Rich yolk, vital proteins, and fats. Exactly what her growing cubs need. Without ceremony, she crushes the first shell. She consumes it rapidly, wasting nothing. She breaks the second. The rich meal fills her stomach, a vital transfer of energy from the sky to the earth. But the sky has eyes. A piercing shriek tears through the silence. The vultures are returning. A honey badger knows no fear. But she also knows the difference between a fight for dominance and a fight for survival. Her objective is complete. She must return to her cubs. Bkon scrambles down the cliff face, practically sliding over the jagged rocks. The massive birds dive, their talons extended, slicing through the air just inches from her thick skin. She evades, utilizing the dense, thorny scrub at the base of the cliff as cover. She vanishes into the underbrush, leaving the grieving, enraged birds circling the empty nest. Night falls, and Bkon returns to the safety of her den. The nutrients from the eggs will secure her cubs' survival for another week. But actions in the wild have consequences. The vultures have lost their legacy, and their patrols grow wider, lower, and more aggressive. They are no longer just searching for dead meat. They are searching for the thief. Days pass. The vulture's keen eyesight catches a fleeting shadow. They map the barely visible trail through the thorn bushes. They trace it to a hole in the earth. Bkon's den. Morning breaks. Bkon must hunt again. She leaves her cubs hidden deep within the burrow, unaware that death is circling above. As she steps into the open, a shadow eclipses the sun. The warning calls are unmistakable. Bkon breaks into a dead sprint. She doesn't run away, she runs back. Back to the den, back to her bloodline. She arrives, just as the vultures touch down near the entrance. The battle erupts instantly. This is not a dispute over a carcass. This is a war for the next generation. The vultures launch coordinated dive attacks, their massive wings beating the dust into a blinding storm. They strike with beaks, designed to tear through thick hide. But Bkon is a honey badger. Her skin is loose, allowing her to twist and bite even when gripped. She doesn't just defend, she goes on the offensive. She lunges, snapping her jaws with terrifying speed, aiming for the bird's fragile legs and wings. She emits a guttural, demonic growl, a sound that promises absolute violence. Minute after minute, the brutal dance continues. The vultures have size and the advantage of flight, but Bkon has something infinitely more dangerous: nothing to lose. Her relentless, unyielding fury is overwhelming. One vulture takes a glancing bite to its wing and retreats. The other, realizing the cost of this fight is too high, finally launches into the air. They circle once, twice, and then catch a thermal, flying away from the nightmare of the honey badger. The dust settles. Bkon stands at the entrance of her den, chest heaving, bloodied but unbroken. Beneath the earth, her cubs are safe. In the unforgiving theater of the African savannah, there are no permanent victories. There is only the brutal, beautiful struggle to live another day. If you want to witness more incredible tales of survival from the untamed wild, make sure to like this video and subscribe. The wild never sleeps, and neither do we.